Y'all hang tight. This is gonna be really cool. I filmed a video at this location in February of 2019. They were planting these trees with bulldozers and tree planting buggies behind the bulldozer, and I posted a video on there, and I'll link it down below where you can see it. These trees here are currently 3 years old. They're going to be about 10 foot tall already. And what we discussed in that video that I filmed 3 years ago, what the trees were. These were containerized trees, which run about, at that time, about 40 cents a tree to buy them, as compared to a regular seedling that runs about 10 cents, I believe, at the time. So I had some requests. That video gets a lot of views. It's got nearly 60,000 views on it now. And to come back and revisit this, and I came over here and I'm checking it out again to show you. All of them are going to be, some of them are even taller than 10 foot. They got good diameter on them. Really nice, probably 3 inches diameter, 3 1/4 at most of the bases on it. And you know, it drives me nuts, the environmental people and the people sometimes will come to my videos and say different things. I'm here to tell y'all, we can't cut these trees fast enough. You will not cut down every tree on the planet. It's not going to happen. It is just not going to happen. Again, these trees, 3 years old, they done grown this much in 3 years. And this tract is 480 acres. I'm about to get the drone out and get it powered up. And we're going to fly over this thing, and I'll probably do a voiceover on it. And I'm going to let it, we'll just see what it looks like from the air here. Again, the video that I filmed in February 2019 will be linked down below. You can go check it out and watch the guys planting these trees right here. I'm very impressed with them looking at the rows from the air. And I think they had 6 bulldozers running that day. They did a dang good job staying straight on these things. A lot of times you won't see them that well, but they did a fantastic job, as you'll see as a layout on this piece of property. So I don't know anything about the owners or nothing like that. None of the history on the tract. I just happened to be riding down the road and seen them planting this block 3 years ago. Pulled over, stopped, talked to him, and I wanted to come back, as I said at the beginning of the video. Every now and then I get, somebody wanting an update on this to see what it looks like. So I carved out the time to drive over there and make this visit again. And of course, you see the no trespassing sign there. Again, I don't know the owners. I did look up where it was, what it was listed as ownership was, and everything. And I just went on ahead and went around the gate, walked in there and filmed it. If somebody would have come up, I would have explained to them what I was doing, and they probably would have been more than good with it, I'm sure, being that it's promoting forestry and just everything that goes around forestry that we battle day to day. You can see the cloud. That's a cloud shadow over on the left. But this is a huge tract. You don't see a lot of this size cutovers like this a lot of times anymore. They're usually about 250 acres at the max that you'll see. But I imagine this is probably, just me guessing, this is either an individual or a group of individuals who have this property, and it's an investment property, and to grow timber on it. Long-term stuff. I was impressed with the forestry group that planted this tract also. This ground here is primarily sand, but they must have enough clay in it that they didn't plant longleaf pines. A lot of times in ground that's real sandy, you'll see longleaves planted because they like poor ground or ground that doesn't have as much water in it, because sandy ground, the water just goes through it so quick. Don't really hold a lot of water, but they got a good stand of trees here. And part of it's, because of the containerized trees, because those trees already have a jump start on life rather than a normal, just a bare rooted seedling. Containerized, they're being grown in a little small container that they plant in the ground, and the trees are basically perfect when they put them in the ground. But like, again, this track here, from where I was at all the way to one end of it, there was the drone got like 5,000 something feet from me, and I don't know if one logger cut it or there were multiple loggers on it. There's going to be several people who watch this video who's going to know exactly where this track is. They're going to know the history on it. If you want to tell it down below in the comments, that'd be great, and tell what all kind of went on it. But there may have been multiple loggers on this one cutting at the same time, because a track like this right here would take us 6-8 months depending on the stand on it. You can see here, you can see that there's some bare spots in it. A lot of different reasons that could happen. The trees saplings may not made it there. May have been something funky with the ground. It's kind of like farming. You're not going to hit it perfect every time. You try to do your best to hit it as close that you can. But I like looking at this stuff. I like seeing it, like going and visiting it, because most people don't understand what it takes to keep everything going in the forestry end of things. So many things come from forest products. It's unbelievable, not to mention just the amount of jobs. And even though I've logged all my life, I'm still working with trees now, even doing what I'm doing now. And it's a good thing. I like it, like trees. So hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Mother Nature is so cool, man. The way the planet works. This is forestry. Forestry is an incredibly big time renewable resource when you look at other things that are taken from the planet. Forest just keeps going and keeps going. And it wouldn't matter even if this was not replanted back. It would still grow back. Just, it would take it a little bit longer, and you'd have all kind of different species and stuff like that on it. I don't think this one was even sprayed with a release on it. It may have been, but I'm not sure the history on it. It doesn't exactly look like it, judging by some of the greenery that's in it here. But all in all, what I was seeing from the drone while I was flying, of course I've done a voiceover on that, but it looked really nice there on it. But I wanted to come back and do an update on this thing. I enjoy sometimes revisiting things that were down a few years ago or something, and this is a good one. I do believe they sprayed this road right here with some Roundup. You see how it's brown here. They probably come down through here with a ATV or side by side with a tank in the back of it or on it and run it. And that's a simple way to keep things kind of fixed up. If you don't have a tractor, you can do it with chemicals, and chemicals are very inexpensive, and you can mix it up, spray it, just spray Roundup or any anything that's off of Roundup has the ingredients that Roundup has in it. Just spray it and get her done. So, all right. Appreciate y'all watching, tuning in. Please subscribe to me if you like my stuff. Enjoy filming and posting. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.